Greetings, church. Pastor Jeff here. I am glad to be bringing the daily devotional today. I'm doing it on Thursday morning, and Theme Thursdays, our kids gathering just let out, and there are kids everywhere outside my office. So if you hear screaming going on, it's kids playing right outside my office. But that's not actually what I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to talk to you about Philemon, verse 6. So the book of Philemon is one of the kind of last books in the New Testament. It's a little tiny one-chapter book, and you don't hear it preached a lot, but there are still great truths in there. And verse 6 says in the English Standard Version, "And I pray that the sharing of your faith may become effective for the full knowledge of every good thing that is in us for the sake of Christ." That verse is a little bit confusing, and I want to read another translation from the Net Bible that's really clear. "I pray that the faith you share with us may deepen your understanding of every blessing that belongs to you in Christ." So what this verse is saying is that when we communicate about who Jesus is to others, there is a double blessing. There's a blessing because the truth about Jesus is going out to that other person, but there's also a blessing for us. And I think that the blessing of sharing Jesus with others, and that blessing that we actually receive, is oftentimes just overlooked. And so if you are sharing with your neighbor, if you're sharing the gospel with somebody who doesn't know Jesus, or you're sharing the gospel with a Christian, or you're sharing the gospel with your children, the main goal that we have is we want to communicate accurately and persuasively that Jesus is great and that he is the thing that the person that they need forgiveness of sins. And so we are aiming to encourage them, and so that they might grab hold of the life-changing news of who Jesus is. But what this verse is saying is not only is that a blessing for others, that it would strengthen others, but it says that I pray that the faith you share with us may deepen your understanding of every blessing that belongs to you in Christ. So when I share about Jesus with others, it deepens my own understanding of every blessing that belongs to me in Christ. Because here's the thing, I am forgetful. And as life happens, sometimes I am discouraged, or sometimes I feel prideful. And as I share the gospel, I'm reminded of the goodness that is in Jesus. So, like, if I were sad one day and I shared about Jesus with somebody, it would probably remind me of the joy that I have because I've been forgiven of my salvation, of my sins, and I have salvation. If there's a day where I'm feeling prideful and I share the gospel with somebody, I'm reminded that I did nothing to earn my standing with God. And that really the thing I should be feeling is humility and, once again, joy for what God has done for me. Or if I'm feeling lonely, I might remember the truth that because I have Jesus, he is with me always, and he has sent his Spirit to be with me, and he says he'll never leave me. And so I know that I have a friend in Jesus to care for me and intercede for me at all times. As I communicate the truth of the gospel to friends and to neighbors and to my family, it has this effect of helping them, but it also has the blessing of strengthening my own soul. And so I don't know how you're feeling today, but really, however you're feeling, if you share good news truth, Jesus truth, with somebody, it will strengthen your own soul, because the gospel is what we need every single day.